Funny Navy Storytime, Part 11, and by request of one of my lives. Let's talk about the time I gave myself a concussion in boot camp. Alright, little backstory. In my boot camp division in July of 2007, there was 4 Johnsons, and admittedly it was hard to keep track of all of us, so the way they separated us was Little Black Johnson, Medium-Sized Johnson, Albino Johnson, and myself, Big White Johnson. And the euphemism is hilarious, I get it, it's funny. The scenario usually played out like this during mail call. Johnson, you got mail. Which one, Petty Officer? Johnson J. Which one, Petty Officer? Johnson Jeremiah, fuck! Well, usually it wasn't a big deal, but this particular mail call, we had gotten beat down right before, which beat down doesn't mean physical. It means a battery of exercises and training. I don't remember what it stands for. Some stupid shit. Basically, it just meant that they would make you work out until the floor was a pool of sweat. I had also forgotten this particular RDC liked to frisbee mail at us, and it could actually be appreciated because instead of having to double time to them, and if you didn't hurry fast enough, have to do push-ups for your mail, you would just get hit in the chest or head with your mail, and that'd be the end of it. Just a perfect storm of circumstances. My bunk neighbor was a little bit of a larger guy that left a 6-foot square of sweat when we got beat down. I forgot that this RDC liked to frisbee mail at us, so when he called Johnson Jeremiah, because my letter just happened to be the first one on top of the pile, I called here Petty Officer and went to double time to him out of habit and stepped squarely in the center of my bunk neighbor's pool of sweat. As I'm starting to take off towards the RDC, a letter goes flying past the eye line. I turn to snag it, and my feet go shooting up in the sky like a cartoon. Have you ever felt really good in mid-flight? You think, oh, I'm going to be okay. This isn't that bad. I had one of those moments, and then I woke up with 6 people and my chief standing over me. I knew it was particularly bad because when I came to, I went like I hadn't been breathing in a minute, and everybody jumped back like they didn't think I was actually alive. Well, my chief standing over me, and he goes, "You good, Johnson?" I go, "Yes, Chief, I'm okay." And about that time, I went into a minor seizure. I'm flopping around on the ground like a fish out of water, and I look down and go, "Oh, that's not good, is it, Chief?" And he goes, "No, I'm calling 911. Ambulance got there, loaded me up on a gurney, got me out of recruit training, and sent me to a clinic where they took a CAT scan and revealed a minor contusion on the back of my head. Sent me back to recruit training to sit me down at a desk across from a senior chief who asked me if I wanted to be ASMO'd. Now, as I say that word, there's a number of military members watching this video whose assholes just clench shut out of fear, because that's the worst possible thing you can think of happening to you when you're at boot camp. ASMOD is just an acronym for getting recycled a couple weeks into another boot camp division, which doesn't sound like a bad thing, but when you've been there for 4-6 weeks, getting pushed back 2 weeks sounds like a fucking eternity. So I looked that senior chief dead in the eyes, or what I hoped was his eyes, because I could see 2 of them, and said I was perfectly fine. And he looked at me, laughed, told me to change my socks, drink water, and take Motrin. I got sent back to my boot camp division with a lump on the back of my head the size of a tomato, and I didn't say shit for 3 weeks and graduated.